I'm a classic current conversation topic. I ain't posing off the clock with a paparazzi. Popping bubbly, good, bad, press ain't affecting me. I'm only getting into heaven if the devil lets me. Mystery with controversy, recipe for laughter. I see through all the casters, I'm what you sought after. Leading the church of music, bitches can call me pastor. Designing presents with Jagger on the front man. Doubled up my sex like I just wanna cash cab. Holy cow, you were crying for the middleman.
I don't like how that went. There we go. It's been so long.
Man, you said you took a break, but
Damn, didn't that sound right, huh?
nah, that was a little off.
Nigga, this is not starting well. Don't worry.
You're like, cook.
Yeah, fuck that. Hey. Sloppy Love Jingle, take 2.
You have to start whistling it.
Yeah. Andy Griffin style. Let me see, is this, yeah. Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing you another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. And today I have a special guest. She is a singer, someone who has been putting out music for what? So how long would you say? A couple years now?
Man, couple years.
Couple
right?
years now. She has a new single called
Hold Me Close.
Hold Me Close. Actually, oh yeah, I forgot I have the performance too, right? You performed it at that one place, or
Yes, Calfamous.
Yeah, okay, we'll play it on here after, and so you can see it. I have Calfamous, everybody. Yay!
Nice to meet. Thank you, everybody. Live studio audience.
Everybody
here.
clap, Chewbacca, I fucking Tupac. Where's your hands? All right, so anyway, but thank you for coming out here today. You're actually from Merced, but you said you live in Atwater now.
Yeah, currently I live in Atwater, Merced based completely though. You know, a lot of I've always worked there, lived there since I was, I want to say like 8 or 9, around there. So yeah, Merced's home right now. Atwater, I've been there for about a year and treats me well. So
Yeah, for sure. Why'd you move up there?
you know what? Damn, we're gonna start it off like this. It was last minute.
You drove an hour, so
What?
you might as well say some
No,
shit.
yeah. What actually happened is, you know, I was still living with my folks up in Merced. We'll just say some conflict, and I ended up moving into Atwater.
Did you get caught fucking in your house or something?
No, nah.
Welcome to the Harmon Warhol Show, guys.
Welcome to the Harmon
Back
Warhol
like
Show.
I never left. Alright, so keep going.
Damn, he said we're gonna start with the T.
Yeah. No, but so how old are you though?
Yeah, I'm 23.
23, so you're young. How was your lockdown? What were you doing during lockdown when COVID hit 2020?
Man, honestly, like, what's crazy is a lot of people don't know half of 2020, I was living in Fresno.
Oh, okay.
I've kind of always jumped around a bit, so I called that home for most of the time I was living there, working there, and it kind of helped break up like an hour commute. And so, also really quick, do you want me to look in the camera or you want me to just look anywhere?
You can look anywhere. I mean, we're just having, it's just a recorded conversation, so I mean,
cool.
People do both. I do both. Like, you know, it's breaking the third wall sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just up to you. It doesn't matter who you can talk to me, to them, but either way, you know, I just need the audio.
I just wanted to ask now. I was like, let me ask.
People ask that, man. It doesn't matter. No,
You get the whole conversation. I'm like, this.
It doesn't matter.
No,
when you're
but
talking, in general, you could just look at me, but every now and then, like, if you're gonna say some shit, you can look at the camera and let them know.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, my grandpa's up there, and so he has a pretty big house, couple empty rooms. It's just him in there. So I was commuting for a while, he's like, no, stop that. Like, come here.
Yeah,
And he would always tell me.
Commuting for what job? For what?
So I actually worked for Marriott.
Okay.
And if we're getting into that job was wild. It opened a million doors for me, thank God. But I love the people there. I love the hotel.
Yeah.
I was actually a night auditor. And
What's a night auditor?
they actually do the tax documents for the whole property.
Yeah.
And you work 11 to 7 alone.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time you have,
At
like, one
midnight?
security guard from typically, like, 11 to 7.
But what's 11? I'm gonna say
like 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like graveyard shift.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I did that for like over 3 years. I just quit like a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
I went from Marriott to Hyatt in
Is
Merced.
there a difference?
I would say so. I think Marriott was pretty. They just try to make you feel at home. Like, it was nice. Every time I went in there, they were like so respectful. So everything was organized. But it's more established, I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I went to Hyatt and they were trying to be more than they were, I feel like.
Yeah.
And you could see through that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, you guys are nice, but also like, it just wasn't the same environment. You know, you got to really create the family to make it feel like a family. You can't just...
I can actually relate to that because at my welding job and everything, like I work at, I'm not gonna say.
No, you're good. I only said it because I quit. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm free out of that.
That's so funny. So anyway, I work at my job and I'm kind of like, when I'm working there and I'm like, man, there's so many things that could be done so much better, so much more, and like things like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me just kind of laugh because once I started working at other places or looking at other shops and realizing how much better I have it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There, it kind of tripped me out. And I was like, so like now, like it would have to be a better situation, a way better situation than where I'm at now, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of weird sometimes. Like, you know, when people say the grass is greener on the other side, and you know, sometimes it's not. It's really
not,
just making the best out of your situation, and also just your own personal situation, you know?
I think it's that coin flip. Like, you get what you get. You know, like, it could be really good, or it could be what you already have.
Yeah.
You know, and so what's crazy for me is I didn't want to quit that job. I loved it there. What sucks is, you know, it was 2020. We were talking about, like, the whole pandemic, isolation, the start of it all. What sucked is that at first I was commuting, and then when I lived there, it made it so much easier. It was a good thing. But, you know, then it's just me and my grandpa. We're in the house together, going straight to work at midnight, going straight back home. I'm stuck there. My friends are in a different city. Everyone's, like, out. So even though, like, we were all at home already, it just felt super isolated because I don't really know anyone in the town. I'd go through the drive-thru in the morning. I don't know who the barista is. I don't know and I think that comes from, like, living in a small town too. You know, like, you tend to see a lot of the same faces even if you don't know them. But out in Fresno,
your sense of community is gone.
Pretty much, yeah. And so, you know, pretty much indoors for the most of it. But it just felt even more isolated because obviously my friends are going to work. They're doing their thing.
What does that do for you and your mental? Like, what does that do for you particularly?
It was harder at that time. I mean, it helped in a sense because it was like I get to take a step back from the house. Not too long after I got back, I left. So, you know, there's some issues there. There's some tension there, but it helped relieve that. It made it nice cutting the commute. And I love my grandpa, so I was like, you know what, I gotta check on him. Like, at the time he was 85, now he's 86. Shout out grandpa. But he ain't gonna watch this, but shout out grandpa. But
how do you work the YouTube?
No, really.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
Yeah, that's it. Just
he does use YouTube though, but he just uses it to watch like boxing.
Mira YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much like he probably won't see it, but it was nice to be around him more. So I think that helped a lot. I know now too, like I don't get to see him as much if it's not obviously like much of a drive, but sometimes when I do go to Fresno, it reminds me of commuting there. Even that I did for like over a year, that hour and back every day. And then it's like at midnight. So, oh my gosh, I had to like avoid crashing like every week, you know? You go at midnight, sometimes I'd start on Sunday, sometimes I'd start on Saturday. So you're driving to Fresno at like, well, I mean, 10's not that late, but sometimes they'd push my hours to 12. So I'm hopping on the freeway at 11, and you got those cars that want to be like in and out everywhere, like weaving.
Niggas is drunk at midnight.
Drunk,
driving.
yeah, super drunk, like just reckless. And then you even have like the tired truck drivers too. And I'm like, man, and I feel for them, but like, I'm just trying to get to work with my head down, like trying to get there, like I'm just trying to go straight shot pretty much down 99, and like there was always something to avoid. It was like, oh man.
I commute too for my job, and isn't it make you, when you first start, you're like, I'm so stupid. Why do I do this job? Why do I commute? Like I am mentally impaired. You know what I mean? There's no way I should be doing this.
Man.
But then when you start doing it, you're like, man, there's a lot of people who do this shit.
Yeah,
you know
it's crazy.
So it kind of helps you out in that way, in that mental aspect, because that shit would fuck with me a little bit.
Yeah, it would. I think what helps too is when you have like the people around you too. If you're all doing the same type of thing, or you're all trying to push each other, you kind of can get that motivation from that too, because I know I obviously had it within myself. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and then of course you hit that wall and you're like, how much longer can I do this, how much longer? But I mean, I had a friend too at the time. She was living in Merced and driving out to Richmond, San Leandro.
I commute to San Leandro myself.
Man, and that's like a 2.5 hour drive. Like that's without traffic, without anything crazy. And I know like she's taking the other side of the 99. There were days I'd be getting off work. She'd call me. She's going to work. Yeah. Because I'd be getting off at 5 some days or 6, and she's like, "Man, I'm going to go open my store." And it was just crazy because I'm like, dang, like it's just one of those like you got to keep your chin up and just get it done. Because at that time it was like, it just feels like you got to, you got to do what you got to do. And
I mean, I almost want another motherfucking lockdown. Wait. Just because the traffic was so easy to get to work.
I get what
Hey, nobody was there. I was like, dead. Everybody dead? All right, cool. Well, it's hella easy to get to work.
Man. You said I was doing great. I was like, man.
Monkeypox started spreading around. No, I was kidding. So anyway. So, what made you get into music? You always been into music, or what's up?
Yes, the music, man. Oh my God. You know what? I think that's what kind of started it with me recording music, because, like I said earlier, like we were talking before this, like out the womb, just singing, dancing. I just did whatever made me happy. I got into middle school just writing music all the time. My friends would see like my notebooks, like all these stupid songs that I look back on, and it's like, oh, that was horrible, but it got me to where I am,
My first song I ever recorded was called Dookie Piss, so don't ever...
Oh my God. You said recorded?
Recorded. First song I ever recorded was called
Dookie
Piss.
You have that immortalized, like it's on the mic, it's...
What?
You still have the file of it?
No, I don't.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, Matt, hit me up. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, shit, my mic went. I turned my mic off trying to fuck with this. But, it's called Dookie Piss to say, because I just remember, the only reason I remember it, because, you make songs, you don't remember them and shit. The only reason I remember it, because it was like this, he even helped me make the beat, because I didn't know. He just play some shit. I played some shit, and then he clipped it all up, and then made a beat out of it, because he was that good. And then I just remember niggas think they the shit, but I be the dookie.
You were like, I take it there.
I was 17, nigga. I thought that shit was hard. Nigga.
Oh, 17? I was like, I thought you meant like
yesterday.
Middle school. No, not yesterday.
Well, that started late. I never even thought, if it wasn't for Kanye West, I wouldn't even think that a person like me could make rap music.
Man, I think that goes for a lot of people.
Well, I'm not even saying like I'm mixed breed. I'm Mexican and black. I grew up well off, I guess, in middle class. And so I never related, so I can't speak Spanish. So Mexicans are like, oh, fuck you, puta. And then fucking black people, like, I'm light-skinned, but there's a bunch of light-skinned niggas, but they're like, bro, the way you talk and the way you carry yourself is just like... And I just didn't know. I didn't hang out. It wasn't even just like hanging out with black people. It was just hanging out with people in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whenever you hear rap music during that time, early 2000s, it's just a bunch of gangster shit. I have shit that I'm parallel to or adjacent to just because of my parents. They both work in the youth authority, in correctional officers, and I have cousins who went to jail for 25 years and shit, or 10 years, whatever, you know what I mean? Drug addicts, whatever, family members, cousins, friends, whatever, but I never was really a part of it. And until Kanye West, I was like, oh shit, like a nigga who ain't a gangster could be a rapper.
Yeah.
Because even like they'd be like, oh well, Nas wasn't really a gangster and shit. He just spoke about it and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but he actually lived in the projects. Like, so you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, you already got that stamp. I don't have the stamp. Like, nigga, I lived in Spanos my whole life. You know what I mean? Like this is like, you see how I've been how I'm living? This is my whole life.
I mean,
I went to college
because
I didn't drop out either, Kanye.
But I think it's crazy too because people almost want to feel the need to give you that like seal of approval, like, oh, you're good, you're certified, like you could pass with like us or whatever. But
that's why I hung out with white people, because know why? They know you a nigga.
damn, you're like, they just see the skin tone.
They already know. They go, oh, no, you a nigga. I don't give a fuck how you you ain't like me.
No, but I honestly, like, the way I see it, I think as long as you're putting out anything that you really fuck with and you could sleep with at night, it don't matter if it's hella gangster, it don't matter if it's like hella mainstream, or as long as you're like authentically you're gonna find the people that connect with it. Oh yeah. But it is true though. Somebody like Kanye really did pave the way. You know.
Yeah,
like,
for people like me. Yeah.
Yeah, and opened up like a lot of different doors for people, which is really cool.
Yeah, for real. No, yeah.
And like bedroom music too. There's videos of him like, or like basement music, you know?
Oh yeah.
The pictures of him like in his basement, just getting it. Like it was really DIY, and that was one of like, could go on about Kanye forever.
Yeah, but I mean, you could, even though I don't fuck with Soulja Boy, you could put it to Soulja Boy and Kid Cudi.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
What, for me or no?
Like Soulja Boy, like he was a trailblazer. I believe it. I didn't get into him too much at that time, but I have heard a lot.
Yeah. It was just because like to me, I was so big on MySpace too and everything, and then like Kid Cudi and Soulja Boy, like they were the ones, and I'm like, this is so cool knowing this music and knowing that it's got hella views and shit, and it's not even on the radio. Yeah. And then when Kid Cudi got on the radio, I'm like, oh, this is still tight, I don't care. But when Soulja Boy did, I was like tripping out, even at like 14-year-old, because I'm like, yo, like, everyone thinks this is the best song in the world. I thought it was like a joke. Like, you know, I thought Crank That was like a joke song and he's just having fun, basement music. And then I'm like, yo, this is number one. This is like, people are like, everybody, like, white people who don't listen to rap music think this is the best rap song in the world. I'm like, yo, you think all black people are just like, yeah, nigga, Soulja Boy. Nigga. Like, that's what got me mad about Soulja Boy and all that shit. But anyway, the only reason I say that, because it took me a while to get into it, but you started early.
Yeah, honestly, like, well, as far as recording music, I want to say I think either just turned 20, I want to say. Mm-hmm. Just turned 20 or might have been 19. I originally started, so when I was in high school, I think the last 2 years they gave us Chromebooks. Yeah. I was like right on that like line. I tried producing on there. Yeah. And I was like, I can't sing to this, but it's because I'm over here like, bah, bah, bah. Like, you know, it wasn't drum, where I was at that point. Shit. Yeah, I was just trying to like get on with that. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is some people start even way before that, but that's where I just got a feel for like hearing the sounds and thinking like, well, I could write to this even if I can't sing to it right now. Then come 2018, I got my first iPhone. Okay. I was always like, my dad just always had me on Samsung, so I was like, all right, I'll take it, whatever, you know, just grateful. Yeah. But when I got money, I was like, I'm working now, I'm gonna get an iPhone. And I found GarageBand. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I could kind of like do more with this. I started producing like R&B type of like lo-fi beats, you know, just whatever. And I would write to that and then would put it on SoundCloud. And I got a little following, people got into it. Except a part of me understands that was the journey to get to where I'm at. Another part of me is, man, I wish back then I would have learned a little more first and invested, hit the studio and, you know, kind of did it like, at least got a fan base almost, I don't want to say the right way, but with a more professional sound. Yeah. But I understand though, I look back on my SoundCloud, I'm like, man, whoever's still here, like, you must really like me at this point, because like back then, like, it just wasn't where we're at right now, but it's all part of the journey.
Yeah, I mean, so what are your goals in music? Like, is it like, did you just get like a spark of being like, yo, I'm the one, I gotta do it, like, or do you have like something in your brain that's just like, I have, because like me personally, like after my 10 years of doing this so far, I mean, really only 6 years of putting out music, but like 10 years of actually like, yo, I think I can rap. I just do it now just because I have to. Like, I can't, even if I like, don't get me wrong, I still want to do all the, big goals and things and stuff too, but there was a point in my life where I realized, like, okay, no matter what, even if nothing comes of this, nothing happens, would I still do this? Like, because there's no point of me doing this if I, you know what I mean, if I'm just doing it for collateral, you know what I mean, or just to get some shit. And no, like, I'm just like, I have to. There's nothing, like, if I don't do it, if I don't do it for a while, then I start, like, my anxiety's ramped up, and so I just got to do it anyway. So
because it's that outlet for you, right?
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, it's in them. That's what's crazy. I think with a lot of people, like, I think I'm a firm believer in anybody can sing, anybody can rap, and obviously there's levels to it. It's how far do you want to take it?
Everybody's got a song in them.
Yeah, everybody has that, like, what is it? The, like, different drum in their heart, or I don't know what they say, but pretty much everybody has a song of their own inside of them that they just got to get out. And I completely believe in that. I think with myself too, like, I don't think I'll ever be fulfilled in the road that I'm taking. And so it's one of those, like, risky games to play, because I could be 40 years down the road and I'm like, damn, but I need to do this. Like, I need to go play this city in Japan and go try this and try that. And I think what sucks is that for a while, especially with COVID and everything, I was just I still am, but I was just a young getting started, like, it was my first year, it was my first 2 years, no shows. I was recording music, I'd post it, get a couple comments, but, like, you don't hear anything. You don't see, like, the response from the audience. Like, now, just like the other day, I was at Dry Cleaners last night, I was at Merced's Got Talent, and I see a whole audience, and I'm like, I just need to sing to these people. I need to get this out, because, I mean, say there is a second pandemic, say there is, like, something down the road that's similar that happens, these are the memories I cling to. This is the moment where I'm like, man, I'm getting this out my heart, because, like, for a while, I couldn't do that. And you can only reach so many people, let alone the algorithm, and I don't want to blame that, but at the same time, you can only reach so many people on social media. And I don't use Twitter. I don't use Facebook. It's like, I love Instagram pretty much. It's the only one I'm really, like, consistent with. But still, I mean, even then I don't post, like, too many videos and stuff. But it's just, when I have that moment, I'm on stage, I'm like, I need to sing for everybody here and just get this out. Because for the rest of my life, I think I'll just need to keep getting it. As far as goals, like, touch as many people as I can, heal as many people as I can potentially, with writing. And I think just getting that word out of, maybe everything's not all right now, but you could throw this music on and just feel good, feel like you could kick back and just everything's okay for like 3 minutes, 40 seconds or however long it is.
So what were we talking about? I know I'm the professional and the host.
No, you're good.
No, we were talking about
goals with music and
yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So because mine is such a selfish thing, you know what I mean? For me, it's about me getting myself out. But the thing is, where I get to try to benefit other people is I try to entertain. You know what I mean? And if I can entertain you, then that makes it for me. You know what I'm saying? Is there any, like, so you like healing? So have you had people reach out to you and being like, yo, your song touched me in a way where, because sometimes it's not even the song, it's just sometimes it's just the person of who you are doing it, and they know you and they're like, oh damn, it makes me believe that even if it's not singing or music, I could do my own thing. I could do
that too.
Yeah.
Recently, I think the shows I've been playing, I've been trying to practice more of my I don't even want to say rapping, but I guess more of my rapping.
What do you mean?
More R&B.
What do you mean? Like crowd interaction? Or are you talking about actually rapping, like rapping in your music?
A little bit of rapping. I'll say a little bit of rapping is coming in here and there. I've been practicing it at shows. Oh, we're not doing the freestyle. We're not doing that. Not about to be La Russell in here.
Oh, no. Hey, go get that bag. Yeah.
He's like,
man, I've been posting that nigga lately, and then one nigga hit me up and go, that nigga yelled too much for me.
No, I'd kill to be his neighbor.
Bro.
I've been looking over the fence every day.
Like, go get that bag. No, honestly, I can see both sides of that, because I'll be like his neighbor,
I'll be
like, yo, this is tight, and then you could be with that one neighbor like, Hey man, can you quit yelling?
It's tight. You know what though? He has such a work ethic, so I know it'd be 8 a.m. and my ass is like, why do I hear that right now?
Yeah,
He's out there practicing for
I know,
hours.
7 in the morning, like, nigga, go
I'm
to
like,
sleep.
wait, no, didn't. No, really,
Go
like,
take a break.
no,
Nigga,
I'm
need some
dead.
shut up.
He really posts every day too, so I'm here like on my.
I know,
on my
I be like,
feed,
nigga,
man.
I had 9 albums in fucking 6 months. I'm like,
Yeah.
nigga, 9 albums in 6. The math ain't mathing.
Yeah, and he got like 100
I'm getting
something
old. I
singles
miss
type
the
of
math ain't mathin'. How long ago when the math? Because you 23. When was the saying the math ain't mathin' came out? What would you say?
Man,
I'm old because I missed it just like within this
I'm
month.
bad with time though. Like my time
But was it
perception,
like
you don't want to ask
2
me.
years
I'll
ago?
say,
Was the people say the math ain't mathin' 2 years ago or like a year ago? Like how late am I?
I think like a year ago.
A year?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, because me, I'm like, just been doing it months. So I just been saying like every day.
No, I still hear that out there. So.
Yeah, the math ain't mathin'. I'm like, when did they? Nigga, I missed the math ain't mathin'. Man, damn, man, my math is off.
Actually, I don't remember where that started from. If it was TikTok or if it was.
Yeah, fucking TikTok.
I don't know.
You on TikTok? You fuck with it?
You know what? I used to have one. I kept trying to make videos. Nothing caught on. I just feel like I'm not good with editing because it's completely different from Instagram. Like there's certain things that'll translate, but for music, like it's kind of hard just to make like a video with the song in the back and try to put something that's not like. I've seen a lot of people get their songs on, but it's like, oh man, like I spent so much time working on this and no one listened to it. And it's like one of those pick-me's.
So
I'm
how do
like,
you
you know,
feel- how
that's
do you-
cool, but it's not for me.
How do you feel about that? Do you get discouraged a lot or anything like that?
No, I think even like we were talking about LaRussell, I see him posting, I'm like, let me get on my shit real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, let me make something too, because like I just try to make whatever I think is cool. And so
Yeah.
I know sometimes I'll see somebody that inspires me and I'm not gonna go out there and copy him and make some good company or do something, but I'll be like, dang, let me go make a reel really quick. I got some videos I can whip up and throw my song on and just try to get it out there, just exposure.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they say, like, the best music isn't, well, it's actually for, like, products, but I like to relate it, you know?
Yeah.
The best products aren't made, it's marketed.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing major right now. I think with the song, too, I think you can have the best song, but if it's not marketed, people aren't going to hear it.
Yeah,
and it sucks. It's like you have to just put that, like, complete, like, wholeheartedly, like, shameless self-promotion out there sometimes.
Two facts. T-Pain says if you can't put $250,000 into a song, you will never get to number one. So that's one, just on promotion alone.
Yeah.
That's $250,000. He says if you don't got like 200 grand, like you ain't gonna be number one on the Billboard, my nigga. And then one fact is people don't know that for Rihanna's Umbrella, it was over $1 million just for that song. And I think $500,000 was for the marketing let alone.
I believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe it.
And that's changed my mind. I mean, I took a music law class and shit for a semester. And
Oh, no way.
yeah, and so like it just like, and that's just in the test book. Like they tell you like
sounds really
right there,
cool,
right,
yeah.
like how much money Rihanna. They break down Rihanna's Umbrella, nigga, and you're like,
Man.
oh, go get that bag.
Yeah.
But
you know, people are going to play it forever. It's
yeah,
in TV,
yeah.
it's in, you know, you start making those, like, sync, what is it, like the sync license?
But doesn't it take some of the magic out of it where you're like, oh, damn, it's kind of like a dirty trick they did on us? Just because there's even shit like that in music with scales and sounds and stuff like that. Like, you play them a certain way, you know what you're going to get out of it from other people because that's just what it does.
Yeah, it's kind of, excuse me, it's kind of crazy how that works because I know they talked about, man, what was it? I heard a conversation about, you know, XXX, rest in peace, but a lot of his music, I want to say, like, I don't remember if it was the frequency of it or something, like, it's supposed to, like, really evoke emotion, but, I mean, he put the effort into knowing what he was going for and completely pinpointing, like, the sound, the audience, the frequency, the everything, and it resonated with his community, you know, that he built, and so I agree. I completely agree, but half the people don't even know what they're being, I don't want to say being fed because it's just the music that's being made for them. They could choose to listen to it or not. Mm-hmm. But people really do pinpoint that. Like, super.
Fucking Kanye West is a person who does that too. Kanye West and Dave Chappelle. know that. Like, that's the thing with timing as well. With them, it's a big thing. Dave Chappelle, that look cool. Dave Chappelle, my bad. Dave Chappelle, Felonious Monk, Felonious Monk. His whole thing is like hitting the off note at the right time. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, you know, when you hear like someone's doing like a basic kind of rhyme scheme or something like that, and then like they throw like, even Kendrick will do that sometimes when they throw a word in there that you wouldn't think, but it still kind of goes and shit. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Thelonious Monk. There you go. It's all about the timing. It's just about the sound, the frequency, and that's what the thing is. Where I hate like all these words like woke, but like the vibe. It literally, like the frequency and all that shit creates a vibe. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the math is mathing. Oh man! So tell me about this new single that you have. What kind of vibe does that produce?
Do you want to hear it and tell me?
I thought I heard it already when I recorded you, right? Or I didn't hear the recorded version, right?
So I got the mix and master version. It's set. It's ready to go.
Okay, we could play that. I mean...
Or you could hear it after if you want to.
Huh?
I know you've heard the live version. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to incorporate it.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
In the podcast. I'm are we going to stop right now?
No, you're good.
Or should I just go get the speaker, we listen to it?
I forgot. It's going to be out.
It'll be out, yeah. So your new single's out right now.
My new single just dropped.
My project's out too. But go get them both.
Yeah, go get both. Go get both the projects.
Go get hers first because it came out first.
We got the 27th, the 28th. They just dropped. Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah, if we ain't famous already, go get that.
It'll blow up overnight.
That'd be so funny.
But yeah, Hold Me Close, featuring Alexander Blue. Official, also known as, Stockton's, one of the best producers out there right now.
Official.
Yeah, he's on there.
Oh, he's the same dude?
Mm-hmm. That's Alexander Blue. I'm super stoked.
I'm just, oh man, I just don't even know.
His voice, gave me chills when I heard it. I was like, man, he killed it. Like,
oh, that nigga be singing this shit.
Super killed it, yeah.
Damn, nigga.
And you know what's wild?
Let's go listen to this shit.
What's wild, we did this so long ago, too, like...
What took so long? No, look, stay right there.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, I know that once I see your face, once you say my name,
talk about that vibe now.
I forget the very damn thing that tried to ruin my day. Finally got the one who can't believe they got me. I just want you to hold me close. Tell me you want me. Don't let go.
This that R&B. This that sound.
I don't even know if I can have the variable stage.
If we could stay like this, I'd never be seen again. Ride me like Chevelle.
I always want to say that at that point.
Cause anywhere with you is good with me, but you're more like an angel. I like the vibe where it's just me and you.
That's Official.
Yeah.
On the moon.
His vocals were like butter. I was like,
Hop
okay.
in my spaceship, baby, we could be stargazing.
Hey, let me fuck
Don't wanna
Official.
worry, baby. Just wanna show.
I'm never talking to this dude ever.
I know.
So let me
Talk
hold
about
you
how you fuck, bro.
No, we really got a joint right here.
Hold me close. Tell me
You got a music video or what?
Nah, not yet. I mean, might get one in the works.
did you wanna get attached, but here you are and here I am.
That's what's up. I fuck with that.
Stay like this, I'll never be seen again. Never in my life.
You own the whole beat and everything? That was O for Show's beat, or whose beat was that?
No, actually, I don't own it. I do know the producer. His name's Megatron. It's kind of funny, but he's really cool. He's from Dallas.
Yeah.
It may or may not get flagged, but it's good. It's good. Yeah.
There you go. For sure.
Yeah, no, he's crazy talented. And O for Show too. I mean, what's funny is he had just released a song. And this was probably almost 2 years ago now, I want to say. Maybe like a year and a half. He dropped a song, and I was like, man, he don't really have too much music. I didn't realize it was the same person at first.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to it. Somebody had posted it like on Instagram, and I'm really big on like if I see something and it's local, like I'll go check it out. Like I want to go like listen,
Yeah.
I just like knowing who's out there and just being cool with everybody. So I went to go listen, and I'm like, I need to hit this dude up. Like his vocals sounded good. I didn't realize it's because he's like so good at producing. I'm like, man, this dude sounds amazing. Like,
so he produced your shit too, then, right?
No, actually, like...
Not the beat, but I'm saying, like, or engineered your shit?
So we actually haven't met in person.
Really?
We have not met in person, no. I go to San Jose to record with my buddy Theo Elliott. If you're watching this, I love you, man. He makes me sound like a god every time I step in there. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I sing bad, but he just makes me sound like he takes it to the next level. So Theo Elliott out in San Jose, Avenue Today Studios, like... He just goes crazy with the vocals. So I went there to record it. Same thing, like over a year ago. What's funny is I recorded the song before On Lock came out. I don't know if you heard that joint. I dropped it summer 2021.
Is it the one? That's not the one that's... okay. That's not the one that had... it's been a year anniversary you posted up, right? I've been listening... The one where you drinking a drink, that's the one I've been listening to.
Oh, you know what? That's my EP, Golden Girl.
Yeah.
No, that was January 2021. Later that year, I released a single on my birthday. It's called On Lock.
Okay.
And what's crazy is I recorded that way before On Lock came out.
Okay.
But I was sitting there with Hold Me Close, and I'm like, this is a special joint. I didn't even have the feature.
When you take your time, is that what you're saying? You're like, hey, yo, I got to make something out of this. Does that go back to your marketing thing? Like, I'm not ready to put this one out yet. I don't have enough money, time, and effort to do that right now.
Well,
or it's
here's
just
the
at
thing.
the time of pandemic?
I think for that one, I just wanted to make sure it was where I wanted it to be when it was done. So On Lock, I finished it before, and I was like, damn, I'm really happy with this. I'll put it out. Because I don't want to wait too long either. People won't forget your name, forget whatever, and...
Okay, so this is something I could talk about too, because I was very into that. It just also depends on the song and also on the individual as well too. Because I was like, damn, because you don't want... The thing is, when now that the project I just put out, right, all these songs is like how you did. Like a lot of these were written like hell a long time ago. Yeah. And especially during like lockdown and everything with COVID. But I was like, these are my favorite ones that I didn't feel like recording yet. Like making a final recording, just because I was like, yo, I want to put like time and effort and like something behind this. I'm making a music video, like I'm making some videos for this shit. I'm gonna have a rollout, like what I mean?
Best foot forward.
Yeah,
right?
like I'm not gonna just do it like I did and just try to get what I could put out of it. I'm like, no, like yo, I'm gonna have a plan, a strategy, and this time I'm promoting this project for a whole year. Like you know, some people promote their shit for like fucking half a month, and then they're like, well, fuck, no one like how you said the marketing thing. Like I saw another thing about like Tyler Creator made a post and was just like still promoting the same project from a year ago just to let you know. Like,
I love that, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, man, like what the fuck? No, like if you really believe in the music at times, there shouldn't be like, oh, I don't want it to lose relevance. I get like as an artist on the inside, you're like, oh well, I don't feel the same way I did it about then. But then, I mean, this is just me criticizing. Maybe the song's not that good then. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? I've gotten a lot of that from people that ask me like if they heard the snippet to begin with, like a long time ago. I put it on my story like maybe once or twice, and they're like, "When's that dropping? When's that dropping?" I'm like, when it's good and it's like where I want it to be, and I feel like happy putting it out, because I'd rather not rush the song and be like, here's another one for y'all, and then I'm sitting there like, I don't really like it, like I'm not gonna put some shit out that's like half-assed that I don't think wholeheartedly.
I totally have.
I think in the past I have, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm just trying to shift that focus to I'm happy with this right now, and I feel like I can put it out and throw it out there. But I get you completely on that one.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying when you were saying with your song right now. I think you just know, like, this one's a banger.
Yeah, okay, my bad. That's what I was getting to. So, you know, they're asking me, damn, like, when are you going to put that out? Like, and, you know, time passes. I'm like, soon. I keep hearing that. When soon? When is, like, next? When is? And it's cool because you get people engaged, too. You know, like, they are following the journey still. And I think there's two sides to it, because those that fall off are going to fall off at some point anyways. Yeah, and those that are looking forward to it are going to look forward to the next record, the next one. As long as you, same thing, put your best foot forward. Because this one comes out and it's, you know, I love it, and I believe that, like, wholeheartedly, first, if I could listen to it for a year now and think, like, okay, I almost feel like it's timeless in that point.
That's exactly.
And they could listen to it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and same thing, Rihanna's Umbrella, you're going back to that one, like, I'm gonna listen to that probably in, like, 2050, I'll be like, under my umbrella. like, it's just a classic. And I think if you really feel like something is, like, worth holding on to, working on, getting better, and then you put it out, you're good. Because a lot of people don't realize the album you just heard was probably made 5 years ago, and they just put it out. So.
Just for instance, another thing that made me confident is this decision I made to take my time. Which is funny, like, later on tonight, I gotta finish this, like, little promo video for my thing. I just try to make a promo video. The next thing you know, I shot a full music video. But the quality of the stuff that we use is so good, it's, like, so hard to edit with, because I gotta, like, render it and move it. And I only got so many hours in a day. So fucking, I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna make a half-ass music video and just put a minute out of it and shit. But, what was I saying? What was I going? Why did I go into detail of that stupid shit that means nothing?
So we're talking about
I'm just gonna go into my song Potential, and, like, how I was saying, like, this shit was made, like, almost 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it just so, I think that song's timeless as fuck. I can't wait till people see the music video. I can't wait to, like, I really hope at least in the city of Stockton, and, like, not the whole city or whatever, just the people who fuck with me, they see how I jumped up and just creative and just, like, you know, and it makes people want to put a little bit more eyes on me, just so I can, like, for the next one to be bigger. Because the thing is, when you do a good project, people kind of reach out to help, you know what I mean? And that's up to you to find the right people to, you know, to move that art forward and shit. But, you know,
you start building your circle. You get people in there.
I mean, think about, look at the podcast. It's helped me meet artists like you. And then now, you know, maybe I'll hit you up one day and be like, hey, I got this song. Be like, yo, we're going to do Hold Me Close 2, nigga. No,
I said part 2.5. And
this is the remix.
No, really though, like, and then, like, I'll probably hit you up too. Hey, Harmon, you know, it's been a while. You know, you need female vocals. Let me know. I'm super down.
I always do.
Super willing to, you know, just get out there. You know,
yeah.
And what was it?
Fucking slide me off his show's number, bro. I'm trying to see if he's cute, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm totally kidding. 10% game, bro.
Man, he said 10%. How did you divide that? Like,
what do you mean?
No, I meant, like, how did you get the 10? Like, that's so specific. Like,
2 answers. One is that I heard it from this comedian Brody Stevens, because he went to Thailand. He was in the filming of what's that movie? Hangover 2, and they were in Thailand filming. And people would always say that he would be gay or whatever, but he put himself in that situation. And, you know, he had a Thai boy girl. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? You know, out there, it's a pretty big thing out there. And he said he got to a certain point and he stopped. Like, he couldn't even get to, like, a real sexual intercourse thing. But, like, he goes, like, the thing is, it so much looks like a woman, acts like a woman, you know what I mean? Or they, my bad, I said it, but, you know what I mean? But, and then, so he just says, like, so if I would divide, so what he came up with was, like, 10% gay. He did on the Joe Rogan podcast is when he said this shit. Joe Rogan's like, I think it's a little bit more than 10%, but, I get you. Because then and so I feel that way as myself, and as people on the out, like people, my friends and family and stuff, are like, yo, you little gay or whatever. So I'd say 10% gay.
You always say 10%.
So the only reason, but the thing is, when I say it, it's really for y'all, because I don't even think I'm gay at all. It's just me being funny and me being secure within my sexuality. You know what I mean? But to other people, they'd be like, nah, nigga, you gay. And it's kind of hard when you're like your own sister. My own sister who is bi, and like my own girlfriend who used to be gay is like, nah, nigga, you kind of gay. So I'm like, I don't know what to tell everybody. I'm like, damn, maybe I am kind of gay. I don't think so.
You're like, how are you gonna tell me? And then you're sitting there like, damn.
Yeah, bro. Everybody tell me I'm kind of gay, so I don't know what to say. So I say I'm 10% gay.
I'm dead. I thought you just threw something out there. You had a whole story. I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like, no, because everybody thinks I'm gay. Like, I mean, people will think that for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Just because I like to cuddle with dudes don't mean shit. So anyway.
Just because I like to hold hands with the homies.
Yeah, bro. I'll hold my homie's hand, bro. They do that shit in the Middle East, bro.
Oh, damn.
Come on, fam.
He said, what do you know about that?
What you know about holding the homie's hand, bro? Cuddling over on a cuddle puddle.
I ain't heard that one before.
You ain't never been to Burning Man, nigga?
Dead.
Ever been? You ever been wearing a tutu with your homie, nigga, holding hands on Molly?
Oh no! What the fuck?
Fucking
I'm weak.
seeing the sounds. You gay? Are you gay?
Yeah. Oh, I'm hella gay. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Damn, a lot of Christinas are gay.
I'm 100% gay. Yeah. He said 10. I was like.
So you really gay?
Yeah, I'm really
Oh,
gay.
damn. You got a roster or what's up? You got a squad? How long you been gay?
Man.
I know like people say you're born gay, but like, you know.
Yeah, no, I for surely was. I think like there was that path to kind of just figuring your shit out, tested the waters, because I don't know. I think that was just sometimes in high school when you're just out, you're at parties or doing whatever high schoolers do, figuring shit out, and I would just like, I talk to dudes here and there, like.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, you talk to dudes here and there. All right, because my girl.
No, I used to.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Oh my god. I used to, but even in high school, I had like female relationships. And,
okay, yeah.
And I tried it. I couldn't really hold down a dude. I was like, oh. Or at least say he couldn't hold me down. I couldn't. Like, I would try and I'd like, nah, like, it just wasn't for me.
Okay.
And that's fine. I mean, it's not for me, but also, like, I fully believe that I won't tell somebody, like, push my gay agenda on them or whatever people say. Yeah. But also, like, don't push your straight on me. So that's how I see it.
Okay, well, here's me kind of pushing the straight, or maybe just put...
I'm open to questions.
Because I'm definitely...
Because same thing, like, I feel secure in my sexuality. Kind of how you said it, too. Like, I don't get offended when people ask me, like...
Well, the reason, because I've had these experiences. This is not my first time ever messing with a girl who, I guess, used to or still is gay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, my first girlfriend... She was having girlfriends in high school and shit. Yeah. So the only reason we broke up was because she really wanted to have a girlfriend. Like, she wanted to be and I was just, she wanted both. She wanted to have a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Oh shit. And this, mind you, this traumatized me. Maybe that's why I keep running into this. Huh?
No, I get that, because it sucks. It's like they want you, and you're like, I want you too, but then
they're like, but I want more.
Looking to
and then
the
I'm
right,
like, I'm never
like,
enough.
nah.
And then now my mommy issues come to part of this.
Man,
I'm never enough for you, mom. Just show me you love me. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, and then there's girls that were like, had girlfriends. Like, I even took a gay girl damn, this is weird. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You're like, wait.
She's still my friend. I took a gay girl to fucking winter formal or prom. Took her to prom. I made out with this other girl. She just hit me up recently too. She's still gay. Matter of fact, both of them are still gay.
Like, shout out to her.
But I made out with these girls. Took them on dates. They took me out on dates.
Yeah.
We, I remember making out with the damn, bro, this is crazy. I remember in college where girls literally were gay, and I brought her friend over who's straight. She kind of messed with me, kind of on and off or whatever. But then the gay one who kind of hated my toxic masculinity of me fucking around at the time. Mind you, I'm in college trying to be like, how gay is you? You know what I'm saying? And then she fucking ended up having sex with me. So I'm just like,
oh shit.
You know what I mean? And now, and there's actually been that 2-3 years ago. There was this other girl who's super Hey, LGBTQ community, fuck toxic men, fuck out here getting dick though. and now my girl was married to a woman.
Oh, I did not know.
Divorced, and now is with me. So all I'm just saying is, how gay is gay?
Yeah, no, I definitely think there's a huge spectrum to it too. It's crazy because the stories you had like that too. I mean, same thing. I've been with a bunch of girls that were like, I'm bisexual, I'm this and that. Okay, cool. I'll get with them and they're like, you know what, maybe I think I might be a lesbian, 100%. We break up there with the dude. I'm like, you know what, whatever you want to do,
that's cool.
That's on you. That's so cool. But it's crazy. A lot of fluidity is very common now, and I see that. That's why.
That's why I'm like, why do we have so many labels if it's so fluid?
That part too. It's I mean, a lot of people are trying to find themselves every day. I think one thing for me is I'm blessed to know who I am. Because I mean, that could change in 20 years. I guess in 10 years, anything. But for me, I just know personally, I just can't make that fucking connection. I can't. There are so many friends that I have that are dudes, and I love them to death. I love them to death, but not like that. I can't do that.
This one comedian, he made a joke, and he wasn't going anywhere really with it. I'll just bring it up just to touch on it, because he was just like, oh yeah, in my act, I actually tell people I wish I was gay. I wish, because I love the company of men. I love, he goes, as a dude.
Me and the homies.
And he goes, he's like, I just love being around the guys. I love being around the fellas. I love how that is. But I have to leave my friends to go have sex.
So he said, why can't I have both?
So he's just like, I would love actually a trans man. And then they go, a trans woman? And he goes, no, I would love a trans man. Looks like a dude, acts like a dude, does all the dude stuff. No man parts.
But,
you know
what I'm saying?
And so I was just like, oh damn, that's crazy. But then he tried to apply it to, goes, maybe there's just some women out there, you know what I mean? They just like the company of women, but they don't really want to fuck women. Same thing with But you get what I'm saying? Isn't that kind of funny though?
I get where you're coming from.
I know, don't get me wrong. There's no way, that's a totally different thing. But to connect that bridge is funny. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because he's just like, why don't you just be like me? Just hang out with girls and fuck dudes.
He said, just be a brother, but don't be a brother.
It was just a funny connection in that way, because I just always had a question about that, and it's just sometimes, some girls could take it wrong, how are you going to tell me that? I'm just like, the only reason I have questions is because I made out with so many lesbians, so I'm like, how lesbian is a lesbian,
Well, I mean, that even goes to say on different scales of it too. I mean, I've seen Kehlani come out and she has her kid, and then right now she's with 070 Shake, and it's I'm fully lesbian, I'm done with guys. We obviously, that's something on the bigger scale where we can see someone's history. Somebody like me, maybe you don't see my history and you're like, well, how gay is she? But I'm like, no, it was female to female to female, not like that. I wasn't ramming through there. I'm that sounds fucked up.
Oh, you must got a big bed. That was
so I didn't want it to sound like that, but I mean, there's just so many different. I get it. I get the question of it that, but yeah, I'm blessed to just kind of know, and I'm lucky I got that out the way. I know there's some people where they don't find out till way later in life, and they're having an awakening, or sucks is some people even get into relationships and they're figuring out this isn't what I want anymore, even if I like love this person. And that's hard to watch too. Like I've seen like different friends go through that.
I'm gonna have a
midlife
midlife crisis and start sucking dick. I didn't know. It took me till 50 years old. I became a grandpa and started sucking cock.
Man. Whatever makes you happy. You're gonna be playing this 50 years from now. He's like, I remember it.
This is a VOD. Your music made me gay. Because I had a rebirth.
That's a compliment.
So okay, this will be the last. I'm not one last. This won't be the last question, but this will be the last like inappropriate question. You do not have to answer. I'm sorry if this is. Damn, I even feel uncomfortable asking.
Shit, what is it? You're gonna zoom in on my face right now. Man.
Just going into being with women. What do you like being with? Like how is that experience? Are you like someone who's like? Are you like more of a dominant person in a relationship? Are you like very affectionate? And you know.
So like, how is it being a female in a relationship with me, type of thing?
Yeah,
because I think like I'm more on the dominant side. I think recently, what's funny is I've kind of like softened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think like.
Oh, so you like see like big spoon, little spoon.
A little bit, like hold me close. Yeah, hold me close coming out right now. Like I'm in my feels. Like I'll be that little spoon for a bit. Like at first, I think like I think there was ego attached to the dominance of it, and I think as I started maturing more, I'm like, damn, like. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I started opening up to that side of it, too. But I definitely think, for sure, like, still more dominant-based. I would say that for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable with it.
So,
well, okay, and I noticed, like, what's crazy is, for myself, I didn't realize getting to know who I was also came with a lot of experiences that some others didn't get. Like how I said, some people don't realize till later. I've been with people when I was younger that were older than me. Not like some weird creep thing. Don't worry. It wasn't some like I was like.
You don't have to get into detail.
Just I was like, it wasn't some.
Don't explain
some
yourself.
crazy thing.
So
I was like, I was of age, of course. I was like 19 or 18 at the time, and I had been with people that were older than me and that were women and didn't necessarily like really know how to navigate like the relationship. In that sense, like, or intimacy with that, and they just didn't know how to go about it. And I was like,
are you like one? Because I know some like girls or lesbians or whatever. Like some of them are like don't even use like toys in the bedroom or anything like that. Like how is that? Like some of them are like, oh no, I need that. Like and I, you know what I mean. We'll have to go to.
I'm not gonna dive into that.
Yeah,
but
how's your wrist action? How's your wrist action?
Oh man. So
just sorry.
We're gonna have to cut that. I don't know who's gonna find this, and you're just like, I don't know. But I'll just say I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'll just say that. But I'm lucky to be so comfortable and to have been like, I was more comfortable navigating it all and didn't feel weird being like 19 and like felt like I like was more experienced than I thought it was at that time, which was pretty interesting. But it's
just so cool like to understand and like learn about yourself and also just like grow, you know what I mean, like within your like a relationship and like through other people and getting to know like your feelings and your emotions and your own love language, because it just helps you to get to your own happiness, you know what I mean? Like it's like even if you don't get to stay with that person, if you're able to leave from that relationship on a positive note, you can look back at that with a positive vibe and energy to move forward and grow as a person, you know. It's like it's just cool doing that stuff. Do you like when you create music, do you actually like get a lot of material from relationships and stuff?
I do actually. Man, it's like for me, you have to go out and live your fucking life. I don't believe that you can spend every day cooped up and then go try to create, because where's that inspiration going to come from half the time? It's going to come from crazy nights out with friends, and it's going to come from those relationships that whether you regret them or not, taught you something. Like, you're looking back into your music and you're like, man, I just remember this. Like, I was on cloud 9, or damn, I was like down in the fucking gutter. Like, and all of that translates into the music. So even if I'm writing a song about something that either I'm telling a story, maybe it didn't happen to me, but I could take the feelings from a time I felt that, or a relationship I felt that. And so I think little bits and pieces kind of follow me everywhere, like a little, was like a collage type of thing. So,
yeah, it's gonna be crazy when you, in 10 years, and you look back at some of that shit.
I think about it like a time capsule. Yeah. Almost like you're putting your timestamp, like, hold me close. Damn, I remember that happened. Or on lock. I remember when that happened. Like,
hell, that bitch tight.
I'm dead.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. You actually, or what's up with this Merced's thing? What's up with this, before you wrap it up, what's up with this Merced show thing? What you were doing last night?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
Is that like a reoccurring contest or something?
It's actually, it's a 2-time event, so we did the one last night. I was sent the flyer. I saw a cash prize. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I lose, but either way, like, it's so fun just hopping on stage, doing my thing. And I didn't think it was, not to like, I didn't know what to expect. I'll say that. So I hopped in there yesterday. They got the full stage set up, all the lights. They got the everything. There's judges' tables. It was, I think, like 6 or 7 judges in the front, and just rows and rows of people. They kept us in the back room the whole time. I'm like, man, I'm getting nervous. Like, I'm contestant 14. There's probably like 15 people here. And then right before I went on, they're like, we don't know where your music is. I'm like, you know what? Like, I was like, wait, you don't know what? And they're like, the DJ never sent it. Are you going on a cappella? And I'm like, no. Like, I got it. And I found a way to send it over. They're like, we got it. It's not working. I'm like, what? Like, no. Like, but you adjust, you adapt. And so they had like a cheer team that performed. And they had this speaker they called the homie. So they're like, here, just use the homie. I was like, okay. So I go, I'm connecting to Bluetooth in the back. I'm trying to get this shit going, trying to find a good level because I need to just hear myself. And the speaker, I don't know how loud it goes, you know? And so I hop up there. It's different from usual. I know if it's a contest, I sang Adele. I didn't sing an original, but I was pretty confident with how I did. And it was like 16, 17 people, I think, because they did auditions and some made it through. And then they cut them in half. I didn't think they were going to do that. I was like, man, like, they cut it down to 8, made top 8. So September 3rd, man, when this drops, I'll either find out if I win or not. Man, check my page. You'll see if I won.
I'm actually thinking about maybe putting this out a little earlier than that time I told you. Just I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on the editing process, and then just like the reaction to the when I put out this music and shit. Because I mean, I could kind of put it out now. I mean, I didn't put as much stuff out, but I have stuff to put out. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, for sure.
But yeah, September 3rd. I mean, I'm gonna go back at it.
Hell yeah.
This first time I did Adele, I just sang my heart out, and I got a good response.
What'd you sing?
It's called All I Ask. I don't know if you. It's like it's a pretty big song. I was happy. I hit all my notes. I did my vocal routine, and September 3rd. I don't know what song I'm gonna sing, but fingers crossed.
You're not gonna do original, huh?
I don't know.
You don't think if you did Hold Me Close?
They're like, what'd she say? No, I don't know. I know there's
Hold Me Close. You'd be like, hey, this shit just came out. Everybody there at the show will know.
Well, the only thing is the feature. What? I was sitting there and the feature's going, You
gotta learn the feature words.
Could chop it down, but.
Yeah, or you could just sing some of the features words, like every other note that's tight that you like, sing that shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't know.
We'll see. We just might.
Fucking start shaking your ass. I don't fucking know. Figure it out.
Throwing it back to me.
Oh, for sure.
She won.
Oh, for sure.
I'm dead.
So what else do we have to look forward to from Calfamous?
You have a whole music career to look forward to, because I feel like I'm just getting started in this. You got a lot of shows, tours, hopefully more podcasts, music videos. I've never made one before. I think that's why I'm a little hesitant too. I'm happy I'm here today. I hate being in front of a camera, fun fact, but I just shot something like about a month ago. I don't know when it's going to come out, but trying to get better about it. So music videos, hopefully. That's something I haven't done yet.
Reach out. Videographers. Be real.
Yeah, tap in. Calfamous on Instagram. Calfamous Damn, I just use Instagram. But man, Calfamous at Gmail. Oh wait, no, Calfamous at iCloud.com. Hit me up and give me your rates, and we'll see what we could do. But yeah, I think like just a whole career on the way.
Man, hey, fuck that rate shit, nigga. After you hear Hold Me Close, nigga, fucking put this shit out, nigga.
Tap in.
Unless you really doing some editing, motherfucker.
That collab, we'll get that collab going.
Yeah, nigga, all these videographers. I'm gonna be real, just before we can end it, but they could be saucy at me, nigga. Niggas be like pushing out rates. Nigga be hitting you up like, hey man, it'd be really cool to work with you. All right, cool. All right, man, cool. And then they be like, all right, so here's my rates. Nigga, what the? You asked me to fucking work, nigga. Like, I didn't ask you, nigga. Like, I got a camera and a fucking Adobe Premiere. Fuck you, bro. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do, bro? Hold the camera. Hold the camera, bro. Throw a couple fucking filters on it and call it a day. Suck my dick, bro. All right. I just want you to don't take a fucking advantage of Calfamous, because niggas be like, so my rate's $300.
You know what? That part.
Yeah, like, nigga, what the fuck?
I heard that part.
I just want to be very aggressive on that, because some people get taken advantage of, because I'm like, man, bro, when you see these niggas working Adobe and shit, like, besides doing a couple color correcting and shit, you're like, what did you do? Like, you just clipped it together. I could have dragged and dropped shit, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
And see, that's something I don't really know about videography.
Okay, well, charge her a lot. No,
I think that's good to know. That is good to know.
Yeah, no, I'm just what I'm saying. Like, a lot of it is just like lining it up and then like picking your clips that you want, and then half of it is like but again, I don't know. I have a lot of the ideas. That's why I get mad, because I'm like, nigga, this whole thing was my idea. Yeah. I even told you how to move the camera there. So I'm just like, nigga.
He said, I'm director, I'm the actor, I'm the...
Check out my new video out now. It'll be out by the way this is out for sure. Yeah, or about to, whatever. But yeah, so we got Hold Me Close out now, and
all platforms.
Hopefully music video coming soon. You said you shot something, so. No,
I'm hoping to, potentially.
I thought you said you already did. You said shot something a month ago.
Oh, not a music video. No, I did. I sat down with my friend Irvin at THC, The Honor Engraved. So he does like videos and stuff too. But what's crazy is we shot one like almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
He hasn't put it out. So we shot another one about a month ago. And he basically had me react to the video of almost 2 years ago when I first started. And so I don't know when that one's coming out, though. We might just do it third year in a row. I don't know.
God,
I don't know. But no, I shot that one. I'm just trying to get more comfortable in front of the camera. But
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll open up, but in front, I'm just awkward.
Yeah, but she won't tell about the dildos. But anyway, guys, let's. On that note, I want to say thank you. Hey, thank you for coming through. Thank you for getting me back going again. Hey, coming back every week again. Harmon Warhol Show. Thank you, Calfamous. I look forward to it.
No,
the single's
for sure.
hot as fuck. Fire, more fire. And on that note.